All right, we'll meditate together. Hello. I'd like to pull some cards for the full moon in Virgo, 16 degrees of Virgo, March 7th, 2023. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. The full moon is still in effect. Would love to channel some messages for the collective. Please connect us with the highest levels of ourself. Please connect us with the universe. Please send down messages only from the highest. Sending light, love, and positivity to all who are tuning in. Allowing them to like, subscribe, comment, or simply just watch the video to connect with the energy. Your energy and your presence is appreciated. We have some solfeggio frequencies playing in the background. Frequency level 444 to connect with light, love, and healing. These are heavy times. I'm cleansing right now with selenite, sage. Sage blends the elements of earth. Sage is a dried herb, and when you add fire and combust it, we're adding the element of fire. Our frequencies connect us with sound, also important for healing. And we have incense pointing in our direction. Make sure if you have incense burning at home, you're pointing it toward you. Cleansing the cards before we shuffle. I like to shuffle in front of my viewers so you can see that I am shuffling and that the messages that come out are entirely randomized. Make sure to keep your meditative state, your focus, and your flow. Maybe you can see what's there. I don't want to know. I don't want to know yet. The simple act of shuffling is meditative in and of itself. This full moon was very significant for those on the twin flame journey. I am one of them. If you're on the twin flame journey and you'd like me to share more content about that, please comment below and let me know. I'd be more than happy to open up about that. All right, universe. Higher selves, what messages do you have for us in the collective? I'd like 3 cards, please. 3 cards, please. that one. Three of Pentacles. Two more cards, please. I'll take that one. The Ace of Wands, a creative new beginning. One more card, please. It's two. We'll think about taking those. One more card, please, for the overall energy. The Judgment card in reverse. Who's collecting their karma right now? The bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, the Two of Swords. Lots of wands today. The other two that came out are the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. Start with the overall energy, the Judgment card in reverse. When a card comes out in reverse, we should look at the bottom half. Number 20, Judgment. We'll read the shadow since it's in reverse. Self-doubt, hiding behind many masks, a need to let go of a shadow aspect of your story, denying yourself and your loved ones the experience of your true nature or essence. You have judged others and have been judged yourself, and you are awakening to the understanding that the only approval that really matters is your own. Are you doing your best with others and with yourself? It's time to shed any negative facades. Drop the masks behind the masks. It may feel risky, yet this profound act of self-acceptance will unleash your absolute essence, your power. You are light, shadow, matter, and consciousness, and you are a miracle. Why then do you keep your true nature hidden away from the world? There is no way to really understand your full potential until you are open and honest with your own heart, without judgment. To expand and evolve requires this colossal forgiveness of the self. Forgive your beautiful soul. Accept your beautiful heart. As you do, you consciously answer the call of your highest self, and the vastness of your horizon will make itself available to you. Hello, Essence. I invite you to show up every day. I invite my soul to shine unapologetically. Now, the Judgment card is one that I personally connect with, having a lot of Libra energy. The Judgment card is associated with Libra and balance, karmic justice. And with Saturn and Pisces ingressing simultaneously with this, it's asking us to answer our call as artists, creators, healers, and spiritual leaders, which is why I have come out as an astrologist and a spiritual guide on YouTube recently. This is the time to answer your call. Now, with the Three of Pentacles in the upright, we see a family. There's a man, or masculine, a woman, perhaps the mom, and what appears to be a young female child, all working together in tandem. We have 3 pentacles there, pentacles representing earth energy. This card represents teamwork and collaboration. The 3 of Pentacles in the upright position speaks to cooperation, community, teaching and learning, sharing and listening, teamwork. There is no limit to what you can manifest together. It's definitely some Virgo energy here. Working with others gifts us with the opportunity to learn from one another and to blend energies to create something totally new. Look for conscious collaborators as mentors, apprentices, or both. Co-creating together for the good of the whole is powerful magic. And this teamwork and community card calls you forth to add your unique essence to the bigger picture. Remember that your relationships are the base of your well-being. If you're having trouble with others, seek to align your goals in order to cultivate peaceful unions. Mutually beneficial relationships place equal importance on each person's novel wisdom and way of being in the world, regardless of the relational hierarchy or power structure. Everyone has something uniquely enchanting to bring to the table. When life paths are intertwined, strive to create harmonic states as you weave your way in and out of one another's days. Welcome people into your heart and open doors of possibilities that didn't exist before. I step into the vibration of conscious collaboration. And I invite you to join me as you subscribe, as you like, as you comment, as you find this video. I aim to create a culture of collaborative spiritual beings. And this card speaks to that. Let's work together and heal the world. The next card that came out is the Ace of Wands. I get this card a lot. The Ace of Wands speaks to a creative new beginning. There is a flame igniting the third eye. She seems really relaxed, really focused. It's a seed. You see how the seed is on the third eye and it's on fire? The Ace of Wands in the upright position. New ideas, the seed of potential, the arrival of inspiration, illumination, intense creativity, the mirror-like nature of consciousness, the interconnectedness of all things, the ability to manifest anything. Remember, people are mirrors. They're here to teach us. They reflect back onto us what we need to look inward and realize about ourselves. This ace contains all the sparks for all the ideas, and they are generating intensely powerful light for you right now. She is connecting you with the one cosmic mind, a universal consciousness, and her delightfully magical soup that is brimming with colossal creativity. A flame burns here that is meant for you, but it hasn't been put to use yet. What will you create with this boundless potential? Stay open to receive inspiration and insight. You may be shown new information about your divine purpose or soul path, or you may even feel compelled to put something else completely new into the world. If it feels good, it probably is good. And even though this ace can only predict the inception of something new, it also suggests that all of the energy to bring this project, idea, or feeling to a successful completion is already available to you. You already have everything you need to succeed. I seed my brilliant future with the roots of creativity and inspiration. The next 2 cards that came out, we have the Six of Wands. Now with the Six of Wands, oh, this screams Leo energy. I see a performer. She's got her arms up. She's got a cute outfit too. Long flowing hair. She's got one wand here with a flame, a wreath, and a crowd eating up her energy. Have you ever been to a concert? Have you ever noticed how the performer and the audience, there's a symbiotic, energetic exchange? The audience is there feeding the energy of the artist, and the more that they enjoy it, the more the artist gets that feedback, and it fills their cup, and they perform right back. A lot of musicians have their Mercury in Leo, among other placements, Moon, and they are wired. They're wired to capitalize on the energy in a room. They are masters of energetic exchange. And this card speaks to that. How can you possibly attract your soul family if you're afraid to show who you are? How can I possibly attract people who are into tarot, astrology, among many other things, if I kept my passions locked away in the dark? The Six of Wands in the upright. As a light seer, badass success. Leadership, accomplishment, being seen, becoming an influencer, victory, optimism, and inspiring others. Relish the sweetness of this victory. Something that you've been working toward is finally coming to a successful fruition. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. And it's time to celebrate your wins, beautiful seer. Gift yourself permission to bask in the warm glow of accomplishment and allow the supportive community around you to witness and appreciate the progress you've made. Taking time to see your own radiance is as important as making the next move on your journey. Accepting success will seed more of it. Others will turn to you for wisdom now. So step up and share your brilliance. In shadow, this card points to shying away from public attention and hiding your light from the world. It may also indicate someone who craves external validation instead of turning to their own inner compass to define success. Remember that no one else in the world has your magic, and that the most important person to impress wholeheartedly is yourself. I am worthy of this success, and I am grateful for being seen. Whew. It's powerful stuff because many of you know I released my first YouTube video yesterday, and I've known that I have a spiritual calling for quite some time now. Hi, sweetheart. Please sit. Please sit. Sit. I know. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Okay, but they can't see the cards. Can you sit down all the way down? All the way down. All the way down. Thank you. As a child, I came into this life. I have my sun in my first house, conjunct my ascendant, within 2 degrees. For those of you who don't know, the sun is exalted in the first house. It's powerful and strong, and I was born into a very affluent family. Sit down. I was born into a very affluent family who, by the time I was 10 years old, blew all their wealth fighting each other in court over custody of me. Not all their wealth, but a large portion of it in a 3-year, very messy custody battle that left me with, to say the least, significant trauma. And it changed my world as I knew it. The home I grew up in, my siblings were taken away from me. My parents, it began a civil war that is still going on. Right here. This is perfect. Leo in the first house, conjunct the ascendant, is very similar to a Leo rising. And I have my south node in Leo, conjunct Jupiter and Pallas Athena, a stellium. Got a lot of Leo energy. A lot of Leo energy that as a young age, I became fearful of sharing with other people. When I was a little girl, my mother says that I was just full of light and love and happiness and laughter, and I sang everywhere I went. But at one point in my childhood, there was an incident where I was filmed singing in the shower. I was 3.5 years old, very independent. I had older brothers, so 10 and 12 years older. Watching them and their independence and being the last born, you have a different upbringing than if you're the firstborn. We'll just put it that way. There was an embarrassing incident where I had put myself in the shower, and it's my favorite place to sing, in the shower. The acoustics in the shower, amazing. One of my brothers had recorded me. Now, from their perspective, they were impressed with me. I'm this little girl carrying a beautiful tune, putting herself in the shower at a ripe young age. And they didn't record anything of my body or anything, just my voice and just enough to know that I was in the steamy shower. And by the time I came downstairs, I didn't know I was being recorded. My entire family was watching and laughing at the video. And now imagine, put yourself in the shoes of a little shy little girl, 3-4 years old. These larger humans, big scary humans, are laughing. I stopped singing. I stopped singing for a long time. I stopped singing until, about a year ago, I started taking music lessons again and started singing in front of my music teacher. And then I guess today, now I'm comfortable singing in front of people. Now I can sing in front of my boyfriend, my father, myself. And that's really difficult if you are so fearful of being heard. Now, we're talking real stage fright. Karaoke, get up there, and as soon as I know somebody's listening, become incredibly self-conscious, and I shut down. Let's move on to the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands looks like a party. We've got what looks like a circus tent in the background with 4 flames, a tambourine, 2 fierce ladies having fun and dancing. In the upright position, the Four of Wands means a celebration, prosperity, an important event or milestone, a gathering of souls, kindreds, stability in home and relationship, and it can even signify marriage. Bring on the noise! It's time to kick back in joyful elation. You've been building foundations, and after a period of massive shifting, it's time to enjoy some well-deserved communal bliss. If you've been through a cycle of rapid expansion and awakening, this card marks a transition into a more harmonic and stable state. You have reached new levels of consciousness, and it's the perfect time to enjoy a milestone event and celebrate with people who love you. Love them right back as they are, and psst, sometimes this card signifies a marriage or other significant occasion. While connecting with friends and family, make sure you relax, release, and allow your body to integrate all the lessons you've been working through. Happiness and harmony are yours. Enjoy these warm vibes of celebration and success. Also, when was the last time you danced? I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. It's nice. I am looking forward to celebrating with you. Now, what we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Swords. There's a woman. She's blindfolded, so she can't see, and she has two birds here. They're crows or ravens in flight. In flight means incoming communication, and it looks like she's being pulled in two different directions. So perhaps it's time for her to make a decision. Swords is associated with air energy. In the upright, it can mean a stalemate or a crossroads, making a difficult choice, opposing ideas or options, choosing the best route of action, memory, and thought. You know that feeling of not knowing? It's time to make a choice, and it may seem like you are between a rock and a hard place. If you can't decide which way to go, it's because you can't see the bigger picture yet. The Two of Swords is whispering that you must move in one direction. Close your eyes and listen to your internal guidance system for your map. If your intuition has fallen unusually silent, it's asking you to trust yourself and your ability to discern and decide. Even in blindness, you already know the best way forward. When you act, the future will reveal itself, and it will help to move you toward your dream. Have faith that the universe is serving you the right experience. At the crossroads of duality, your analysis and overthinking will just get you buried in the quicksand of a million possible endings, so find peace of mind by trusting your judgment. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move toward the light. Yeah, so swords being air energy, I'd like to say this is more mercurial energy, so I would say that this would be Gemini, Virgo. And similarly, this full moon, we already have the tools we need to succeed. Follow. Find what sparks joy for you, where you lose yourself in a flow state. It could be working on music. It could be creating an Excel organizer or organizing the home. Those are a few of mine. It could be pulling cards for tarot and getting in front of the camera and seeing what messages come out. It could be journaling. It could be writing. It could be astrology. It could be guitar. It could be caring for dogs or animals. Whatever it is that sparks joy for you and allows you to lose yourself in a flow state, it's important that you start to discern what that is. And the more you're able to discern what that is, the more you're able to align your life and your work with what sparks joy for you to create those feelings of happiness on a daily basis. Decide how you want to feel each and every day, and then commit to the behaviors and habits that are going to encourage that feeling or bring about that feeling on a daily basis. All right, higher self, I'd like one more card, please. One more card for the collective. One more card for Saturn and Pisces, this 2.5 year transit. One more card for Saturn and Pisces, this upcoming 2.5 year transit that began yesterday. We already know we have themes of addiction and healing, especially emotional healing. But what more can you tell us? What can you tell the collective to help them on their healing journey this next 2.5 years? What messages do you have for us? All right, this one feels good. Let's see. Four of Pentacles. All right, now I see a feminine, a woman, wearing red. She's got her hair up. Looks like she's in the desert, but she's in a balcony, and there's a town or a bazaar below. So it looks like she's from affluence. She's looking over her shoulder, cold shoulder perhaps, from her balcony of wealth, looking down at the peasants in the market, clutching her purse, clutching her wealth and her belongings and not wanting to share them. The Four of Pentacles. Stability, savings, success, generosity, accepting your worth, being in flow with the universe, feelings of gratitude, and helping others in their time of need. You're building your life coin by coin, and you've reached a moment of stability. Getting here signifies an interval when you can rest, reevaluate, and take stock. Likely, you're being reminded to double-check those foundations and to save some money for a rainy day. How do you feel about your finances? Continue toward your goal without over-focusing on your possessions, and let go of any jealousy derived from another person's position in this life. Negative feelings around abundance will breed energy blockages big enough to hold back even the most magical of trajectories. The tighter you try to hold on to things, the more you block yourself from stepping into the flow of wealth and happiness. If a scarcity mindset is haunting your actions, ask yourself if you are looking down on others based on how much money they have. My mother's calling, ironically. If a scarcity mindset is haunting your actions, ask yourself if you are looking down on others based on how much money they have or don't have. Actively save and give in this world, and focus on feeling excited and expansive. I live an abundant life, and I have more than I need. So remember what I was saying about being born into affluence? So the position of the sun in the first house, Leo rising, and I have Pluto in the second, which Pluto transforms. And the second house is your money house, the house of how you make money, meaning I'm always transforming how I'm making money. I'm always changing things up. Very true. It also means that while I was born into wealth, there was a significant loss of that wealth. We went from being in a pretty high, wealthy, affluent class or status down into your average blue-collar household. And I'm actually quite thankful for that, because I think I would have turned out differently. I wouldn't appreciate what I have nearly as much. But with each full moon cycle, we have an opportunity to release things that don't serve us. And I did notice I do still have a bit of resentment towards the affluent. I had some very negative experiences in college when I decided to join a sorority, and had a rude awakening of where I came from and the money that I had, which my mother still is quite affluent. But my mother also worked very hard for what she has and wanted me to earn it all on my own. So she was very strict and generous in many ways, but also I'm trying very carefully to choose my words, because I love my family and I appreciate everything I have, and I don't want to come off as ungrateful in any way. She was very strict, so when trying to navigate the world as a young adult and this culture of comparison, unfortunately, which really has become quite toxic, I got to had the opportunity of interacting with many people from the classes above me, and they were negative experiences that put a chip on my shoulder that I carried with me going into when I met my twin flame, my karmic twin flame, who he hit it well in the beginning, but he came from tremendous wealth, and I knew that my dowry would never be enough to satisfy him, and he so much as said that in the end. I felt incredibly insecure in the connection. He didn't really help with that, but he did try to hide it. And I wonder now, if I had gone into that connection, there were many things that were triggering mutually for us, and that is the nature of a twin flame connection. A connection that's so powerful and so strong and so mutually triggering that sometimes you just can't be together. It's too much. And unfortunately, this young man, while he had light parts in him, chose the shadow in the end, and wasn't ready. He wasn't emotionally mature enough to treat me the way that I deserve to be treated, or to reciprocate love the way that I was showing up. And there were flaws in the way that I was showing up too, but we'll get into those in another twin flame video. But anyway, I wonder if I had gone into that connection with less of a chip on my shoulder for the upper class, the wealthy, the entitled. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy, because in the end, he said to me, "Jenny, remember why? Do you know why I don't have any female friends? They all fall in love with me in the end." He proved to be exactly what I feared he was. Entitled, possibly even evil. And I notice I still carry a little bit of scorn towards the wealthy. Most recently, I had a boss, an employer who he's never had to struggle. He had to declare bankruptcy once, but he declared bankruptcy, and his wealthy father and cousins and daddy's friends from the financial planning world pulled their money together to invest in his project and his vision, which now he's able to have a salary from it and have a business, which I've definitely felt jealous. I've definitely judged it, and I've definitely wondered, what it might have been if I'd had somebody to fund any of my many business ideas or project ideas. And if I let that thought come in there, if I let myself get angry or jealous, it's not good. It blocks me, and it keeps me from attracting wealth. If you hate wealth, how can you attract wealth for yourself? And maybe you're like me, maybe money doesn't really matter to you, but you still need it to survive. You still need it to pay the bills, to take care of your loved ones. So it's something that definitely needs to be healed. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that you found some messages in this reading that were beneficial to you. Remember, with tarot, I don't claim to be a psychic. I don't claim to have any specific gifts. Holy moly, we got the Empress on the bottom. What matters is what messages you pick up. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Full moon. Fertility. Empress. Puts herself first. She still loves and gives to others, but not at the expense of self. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Nice.